Hello guys, Big Rich 317 here, back with another gun review. The CZ75 video is super popular, one of the more popular videos of our new era, so I know gun reviews is what you guys are looking for. Picked up a good number of subscribers because of that video, and we're looking for a ton more because we're going to be doing a huge giveaway when we hit 1,000. So remember to subscribe to this channel if you're watching the video. The gun review we have today is a Smith & Wesson M&P M2.0 3.6 inch firearm. 9mm. It's got a long name, and that's the name. So let's go check it out. So we're looking today at the Smith & Wesson M&P9 M2.0 3.6 inch compact. This is a cool little gun. It's similar in size to the Glock 19, and it has a long name. One of the reasons it has a long name is this gun also comes in a 4-inch barrel, and to be honest with you, I'm not sure why they make the two separate versions of this with such a slight difference. But I like this one because, like I said, it compares in contrast to a Glock 19, which is a gun I like a lot. So this is a gun that I wanted to get into Smith & Wesson pistols, and so this was the first one that I purchased, and I like it a lot. So I want to just talk about some of its features and let you know what it is that I like so much about it and what I do with it. So first off, this is a gun that actually I carry outside the waistband when I like to carry that way. And I have this Kydex holster from We the People Holsters. This is Kydex. It has a carbon fiber pattern, has this big paddle here that you put under your belt, and I really like this for an outside the waistband carry, and so I use that. We the People holsters. Alright, so like I said, the gun's similar in proportion to a Glock 19. This one has, we'll start down here. The grip has some real interesting stippling. It is super rough. It's almost like a sandpaper, and that's actually that may be my one complaint about this gun. This grip is so rough that if you're shooting without gloves and you're shooting at the range for a while, your hands are going to be red and a little bit sore. That being said, on the flip side, you get super good grip. This is not going anywhere when you're holding it, especially without gloves, but with gloves too. Just an interesting grip, I think. A lot of people don't say it's interesting, but I think it is. I think it's a lot different than what you see with other guns because it is like a sandpaper. So it has a removable back strap that comes in multiple sizes. I think I have the medium one on, and yep, medium. And what's interesting about this is how you remove it. So when you remove the magazine, it comes out. This back piece here actually twists and becomes and then pulls out. This allows you to do two things. One, remove the back strap and put a different one on. And then the second thing it does is when you take the gun down, you use this tool to adjust one of the pieces inside to get to take the barrel and the slide off and then put it back. So kind of an interesting little tool there in the back. So I have this in 9mm, and the magazine is a 15 plus 1 in the chamber capacity. So pretty standard magazine, metal magazine, slides in the bottom there, just like every other gun. So that's the grip and the back straps. Now we'll talk a little bit about the slides. So the interesting part about this is the serrations in the back. As you can see, they're kind of scalloped rather than straight. This has been a great feature in my opinion. I think more guns should do this instead of going with just the straight lines. When you're grabbing this, especially with a glove, you really get a real good purchase on it, and so these look cool, I think, but also they serve a function. There's also some real small front serrations up here, which are kind of similar in style, but a lot smaller, obviously. Honestly, I think these are kind of a waste. There's not enough there to do too much with them. I probably would have either done a full size serration here or just left those out altogether. While we're up here at the top, we can look at the standard sights. So this is nothing fancy. You got your 3 dots. You can see this is kind of a larger piece. It comes all the way back to the back of the gun there. I would say the sights are average, no complaints. The model I have doesn't have anything other than just white paint where the dots are, but I would say they're pretty standard. I got nothing to say either direction on that, no problems, but nothing fancy or nothing special. So those are the sights. The trigger, the safety on this gun, one of the safety features is the way that the Smith & Wesson trigger kind of breaks like that, where it has a piece that if you're not pulling straight on it, you're not able to pull the trigger. So that's never bothered me. That does bother some folks, but doesn't bother me. The piece here around the trigger is not squared off sharply like the Glock is, and some people like that a lot. The Glock part here has never bothered me, but this is something that, by being rounded off, it may not bother you if you're wearing gloves or not wearing gloves and you're shooting a lot. Some people say they end up with a cut on their hand because of the Glock piece. So round it off here. This is the takedown or the magazine release. Gives you a little spring action there to get it out. No complaints there. I believe you can flip it to the other side if you'd like to, but I'm right-handed, so I don't. And then there's no manual safety on this. It's just it's very similar to a Glock in that regard. It really is just a Glock competitor, I think, and it's great. I haven't had any errors in firing this. Everything that I've done at the range has been great, and so I do like it a lot. And I do carry it outside the waistband sometimes. So no complaints, just a real solid firearm. And I would definitely recommend that you pick this up. Check it out if you like Glocks, because you might find that you like this a lot. I would say one other thing about it is that it feels a little heavier to me than a Glock 19 does. And as I said in my CZ75 video, I do sort of like a heavier gun, so this is cool for that. But as I also said, I do carry this outside the waistband. This grip rubbing up against your side on an in the waistband carry is not going to be pleasant, so I do not carry it inside the waistband. I guess you could wear like a t-shirt between yourself and the gun, but I've heard that this can even rip that up. So I guess my biggest takeaway from this would be my 2 points. The pro to this gun is it's just a nice overall gun, good size, just a standard carry piece. The con to the gun would be the negative parts of this grip. It does have some positives, but it's so rough that I think it's probably the cons outweigh the pros, so to speak, when you end up cutting yourself if you're shooting too much. So that is the review of the gun and the things I wanted to talk about. Now we're going to do the part of my video where I just move it around so you can get a real good look at the different angles if you're thinking about purchasing it. So there you have it, guys. Smith & Wesson. I like this gun. I'm a Glock guy, but we haven't done any Glock videos in the new era. We're going to be doing some soon, but this is a gun that compares with the Glocks I like, and I like it enough to carry it sometimes. So check this gun out, and please subscribe. Got a big giveaway coming up if you subscribe, and we can hit 1,000. Thanks a lot.